feel like I can be myself, actually. That's great. I really want to get back to a level of health that you're talking about. Certain things have to change.
Yeah.
Like, it's lifestyle. This is not just for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, you know, and people aren't ready. You have to meet people where they are.
I think I wish people ask me things about what I want. Like, shall I book that plane ticket? Yes. I've had to learn that in romance. I've had to learn that in business. I've had to learn that in friendships. Even, again, coming back to myself, because it's like, what do I value? What do I allow or not allow? And trust universally is such a big thing, but I still don't think it's big enough, because I feel like it's misused.
Absolutely.
Looking back, all these years later,
I don't know if I would have got on that plane.
well, I've said many times, if you didn't come with me, I don't think I would have come, and I don't think I would have stayed. I probably would have done a couple of weeks or months and gone back.
Really?
By now, what's a painful memory from your past that still affects how you love today?
Honestly, losing my dad. That is got to be, to date, the most painful thing I've been through. And to lose him to cancer, and not even watch his decline, because when he was sick, I was here in Dubai, he was in London. I remember saying to the doctor that you're not even trying to heal him. Like, you're not even trying to get rid of this thing. Little did I know, they'd already told him. What's a wild, impossible sounding goal that you secretly believe you can achieve?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Kai. I'm the founder of a community and platform called Black Girl in Dubai. Been living in Dubai for 8 years now, and this is my cousin, who I came with, and looking forward to playing the game today.
I'm Dionne. I'm a yoga teacher, holistic health coach. This is my cousin. And yeah, we are very excited to play the game.
I'll go first.
You go first.
Oh, gosh.
That means I have to answer first. Oh, no.
We're going straight in, actually. What's a wound in your heart that hasn't fully healed yet?
I mean, go for the jugular. I love it. Ooh, a wound in my heart. I've got a few wounds. I think family. Yeah. I think I would have a tendency to put family on probably a higher pedestal than anyone else. Friends, strangers, anyone else. Mm-hmm. And there's expectations there. And I think everyone's human. Right? Things happen. And I think those wounds hurt the deepest, and that's what takes longer to heal, I think, for me. Yeah.
You know, I never really thought about it, but as you was even saying that, I think I'd agree. Probably some families, yeah, but family. You don't even know that it's a thing until it's a thing. All right, yeah. You ready for yours? Good.
I like these questions. All right. And your question is, how do you think your childhood shaped your capacity to love? Oh.
I feel like I'm not talking about it every day, but it's definitely something that's like front of mind. I think growing up, I was really, for a part of it, very fun, creative, bubbly, you know, singing and dancing around the house. But at some point, fear came in, whether it was from home or from school friends or whoever. And I became quite shy and just not wanting to put myself out there. Maybe just because I was young and innocent, but then also I think as I got older, I think maybe I wanted more encouragement from somewhere to just go out and do it. And I don't think, not to blame anyone, but I just don't think that really came from that generation. I think you were either just out there and you're the it girl or boy, or you're not. And if you're not, then you sort of fade to the background, and that was okay. Now looking back, I think I've been challenged in different areas of music or creative stuff, and people say, why aren't you doing X, Y, Z? Why aren't you doing X, Y, Z? And I think I'm now breaking out of a lot of the habits, let's say, of being shy, not speaking up, because you don't want to be too forward, you don't want to be too bossy, you don't want to be, and I remember being told that actually as young as nursery age, stop bossing around the kids at nursery, stop bossing around my sister. Yeah. So I think that stayed with me, and I then thought, if I'm doing this, it means I'm being bossy, so I won't do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember distinctly to not be bossy, and also not get in trouble, because I used to hit my sister, which is very bad, that I was told off enough times that reinforcement meant that I'm not forward at all in whatever respect. And so growing up now, people think that my sister's the older one. I mean, my sister, fiery, gets out there, says what she thinks. But yeah, I think I kind of instilled that, and I'm turning that around now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Goodness.
Yeah.
I like
But I
that.
was always told I was bossy. So I kind of stay away from that. Now, boss babe is like a thing that people say, yeah, boss chick, I'm a boss babe. But I never really erased that wisdom out at all. Now it's a trending thing to say in life. Good question. You didn't get juicy on it. Okay, what's a belief that you've inherited from our family that you now question? Ooh.
From the family.
Ooh.
That's very difficult.
Isn't it? So I know this is your question, but what comes to mind for me, I'm going to answer, is I don't think I definitely inherited it, but I always had a problem with it growing up, and even now challenge it, and it's still hard. But on my mum's side and my dad's side, so we're related on our mum's side, people don't talk about things enough, and it's like a hidden something. In my dad's side, sometimes it's health. Not everyone has a health issue, but there have been health things that have come up with different people, and it's just like a pushed under the rug thing. I don't know if that's a Caribbean thing, I don't know if it's an African thing, I don't know where that thing came from, but it's like you don't want to put your business out there. But when people are genuinely worried, and as the kids, yes, maybe it was a thing of you don't want the kids to know and blah, blah, whatever, but it wasn't just about the kids. It was everyone in certain years. It's like only this person knew until it got really bad, or until it was too late, until you look back later and go, oh, well, all these appointments were happening and blah, blah, whatever. And it's sometimes really serious stuff. Like we had, unfortunately, breast cancer, dementia, all sorts of things running apparently. And quite often it's been just pushed under the carpet, and it's not very horrible to deal with. So I think now the younger generations, well, I'm a millennial. The millennials and anyone after that are now the ones who are kind of talking up and challenging that more. Again, not always from myself, but then my sister and other people, and definitely the Gen Zs. They're the ones who said over every corner. And they're like, well, why is it like that? Well, no, actually. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, like, no study. I'm like, actually not being rude. They're just being direct. Just cleaning it up now. So that's, I think, something I see on both my mum's side and my dad's side.
I like that. Do you know what my answer to that question would be? What I've seen on both sides is the older generations treating their children differently. So you've got a number of children, however many you've got, you might have 3, you might have 5, you might have 10, but each child is treated differently as opposed to the same. And I've seen the effect that has had in later years. Yeah, that's a belief that I would challenge. I mean, I've only got one. But if I had more than one child, I think I would try my hardest to, if I'm beating one, I'm beating them all. Do you usually say that? But I'll treat them the same.
So I don't have children, but I think in a holistic, gentle parenting type way in conversation I see people talking about now, is it more so about, I mean, I do see what you're talking about from our parents and grandparents and the older generations, but is it also about maybe playing to their strengths and treating them different?
Yeah, you have to highlight, because every individual is an individual. They might happen to be siblings, but they're individual. Yes, you definitely have to acknowledge the differences, but at the same time, not actively let that one do that and that one can't do that.
Yeah.
So then sometimes it wasn't the negatively impaired side. Definitely. There was lots of even the stories that you hear, and you hear the how did you do that? And then you didn't do that, and you're both sisters, and you're both, brothers, and it's I think that has a negative impact in the entire circle.
But I think even touching back to the last thing we were saying, like, I think because our parents and grandparents didn't speak about certain things, like, it's a question then.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't ask big people question, you don't ask get as big people's business. Children must be seen and not healthy these days.
All of that is all into.
And so you couldn't even challenge it. And now it's a case of the habit is already ingrained for so much. They didn't explain why they were doing that. So maybe there was a very good reason. Maybe it was simply favoritism or like or dislike or whatever. But you're not saying anything. So now how the child is receiving it, how everybody else is receiving it is the thing. And if you try to call it out now, some
No way.
will receive it. But they still think, well, who treats them well?
Yeah, exactly. You be self-therapy.
Yeah. But so this video on Instagram. Yeah.
Like, okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there.
So, yeah.
All right, let's go to the next card. That was a good question. Oh. How does our family handle conflict? Let me read the question. How do you
A diva.
I'm telling
A diva.
How does our family handle conflict, and how has that affected you?
Well, we don't talk.
But then don't you think that I agree with that 100%. Don't you think that that's because of the generational thing? It goes back to that last question.
Yeah.
Beliefs. It's just trickled down.
So I think it goes even deeper than that. Because we're not speaking about it, it festers. Then when it festers, whether it's a really good, genuine reason for you to be in your feelings, because I think sometimes people think their feelings aren't valid. Or maybe they've been told they should or shouldn't feel a certain way. Whatever that case is, now in today's day and age, the language we use is, your feelings are. But I think sometimes people sit and fester in things for so long. And sometimes, a lot of the time, it's a story going on till then. It's not actually what happened.
No, it's not.
So now that story is compounded on the previous name, on the previous day, and look, we're all guilty of it. I'm not just saying just them or past generations. Humans, period. We've got whatever's going on in our own minds.
Actually,
In fact, we're only talking about mental health and this kind of stuff today, from COVID onwards. But before that, talking about mental health and all that kind of stuff, it was just like you're a crazy person, he's a burn that's bipolar, psychiatric, all of those things, like you said, so yes, you don't talk about them, even if someone in your family really is going through something stressful, depression, all these things, we're very much more open about it, like in today's society. And I think even when I remember that, and I'm thinking, gosh, that's only been 3, 4, 5 years, that's not a lot of that. And obviously COVID being a huge thing globally, it like opened this can of worms. So I say all that to say it's easy now because I've got friends and we're having conversations like this and we're playing the game and all that kind of thing. But for a lot of our parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles, they weren't in that sphere for COVID. Wherever they were or weren't in, they weren't online as much as maybe we were on Instagram, on there's a podcast. I mean, with some of this stuff, it's still really real things because it's been like compressed over the years. And I think letting those stories fester, or even if it's real, if the whole thing was real, it really did happen that way, the hurt has been said and done and blah, blah. There's now not the resolution. There's not the conflict of picking up the phone and going, okay, you know what, sometimes that does happen. I can think of times when that has happened. Amazingly. But I also feel like, and I want to say this so respectfully because, we come from a Caribbean household. I don't want anyone watching this and be like, you on fucking me business? You take holiday. You can just be talking on. No names have you mentioned. But yeah, because it's still really real things, and then people start talking again, or the thing has been resolved, it's actually just plastered over the last thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And the last thing and the last thing.
Yes, exactly.
As if it hasn't been resolved.
Yeah.
But now you are talking.
Exactly.
So I just think that it needs a lot of work.
It does need work. But I think that, let's say, not even our parents' generation, their parents' generation, so our grandparents, I think that they had this hack of skimming over the conflict because of their migration from the Caribbean to the UK in our family, and some of the others have gone to like wherever, other places. I think those conflicts that have occurred, they've had to just not deal with them because the bigger picture is making a life, making sure the children have, and they at that time, so they got 8 children, 6 children,
And even before that, like on my Dubai journey, I've met so many people from all over, a lot of Africans, a lot of West Africans, and I've now gotten deeper into some of my dad's side of things and realized a lot of the similarities in West African culture and what was up there. So even thinking about the migration from there to the Caribbean, and then whatever that looked like, and whatever our identities are, and then some, and then some, and then some. So I just feel like no one spoke, and it was just an unwritten rule that you just get on with it.
Yeah,
I think that's how they had to. And so if you pay the bills and you get on with it, you don't argue with the oppressors, you just get on with it. And very, very resilient. That resilience has made us scarred.
Yeah, it's a generational scar, definitely. Oh yeah. Next question is question.
Oh God! I was gonna say, how far did it? Oh, what's a part of yourself that feels out of place within your family?
Say that question again.
What's a part of yourself that feels out of place within your family?
Part of myself. I feel like I can be myself, actually.
That's great.
I think one of the things that I do differently to the family is my consistent health journey, my consistent wellness thing, which obviously has become a whole career, it's a whole thing. And then I have, every now and then people ask me, but how do you do this? And I want to get to that and in the family. And I'll offer them suggestions, but they'll say, oh, okay. And then they just ignore it. Which is fine, because some people aren't ready to do certain things. And some things are quite dramatic in terms of, like, if you really want to get back to a level of health that you're talking about, certain things have to change. Yeah, like it's lifestyle. This is not just for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and people aren't ready. You have to meet people where they are. Yeah, I think it's that side of me that's slightly different. Not to say that they're not. Yeah, because they are. No, I agree. They everybody wants to be healthy. As I'm not saying I'm the healthiest person ever. I'm not. I still have my little vices and stuff. Love a red wine. But that's good for you. It's got resveratrol. No. But yeah, I would say health, the whole wellness. But I do it. It's a whole life science. But it's embraced. Yeah. I think that's probably. But other than that, I think I'm. Yeah. Right. Next question. Are you ready?
I listen.
Oh, these are not family questions. Ready? What's an unspoken rule in our family that you sometimes wish you could break?
Well, I don't know if maybe I should think of it.
It's such a deep question.
Yes, I even still feel like some people do break them. I just don't think I've had to break them yet. Yeah. I've been willing to though. But I think it's the whole talking thing, like not answering back at elders. Yeah, also I think that's unspoken why it does. Like if it's the older person of the household, they expect you just don't. Yeah,
Actually, as long as they don't question them in that way, yeah.
so
I've done it. I've called them out.
it's like I have a politest way. I'm kind of designated to yet, or it hasn't come to that point where I'm now the one saying, okay, auntie or uncle. Do you know what I mean? But
I have done that.
and you know what? I don't know if it's a rule that because I think it's a respect thing. So I think it's there for good reason. Yeah. But and now that we are of very good adult age, it's like this unwritten thing that you're still the teenager versus the elder. And it's like, no, we're all in dummy digits. Yeah, we're all in the mortgage pay bracket, tax bracket. We're all in that stage. I mean, life. So and older. Am I going to say a year or a date to figure out how old but yeah, some people need to get told some days. Or just like what I've said to my sister secretly sometimes is I'm like, yo, if this is what growing up's going to be like, and this is what our elders are carrying on with, like, what have we got? Because this is the thing too, that's so funny. Like, we can't be carrying on like this. Do you know what I mean? So, and we say it like, because again, when you're like 15, you can't wait to be 18. When you're 18, you can't wait to be 21. When you're 21, you know, you're kind of thinking, oh, maybe we're going to be 30. Then you hit 30, you're like, how do I get it? So at every stage, your elders are still your elders. But then there comes a time, even we're just saying off camera, that one of our cousins is going to be 50. And we're like, when did 50? Yeah. When did that happen? But it goes fast. So now, that gap that we thought we had, which obviously is still there in numbers of years, but in life experiences, maturity, learnings, all these things, wisdom, like it's coming in the truckloads. And I'm not saying that we're further ahead of anyone, but just now those little kids or those young women are now big women. And I don't always think we get inducted, not just by our family, I just see it in society in life. Because that's also been just situations where I come across some maybe African ladies who haven't been so very nice. And I think it's the same thing. They probably be like, well, I'm from such and such. I'm doing what I'm doing. Who are you?
Okay.
From Jamaica, from like, who are you? Some little, I'm like, well, actually, ma'am. Let me not read you right now. But yeah, it's that kind of hierarchy. Yeah. Yeah, well, ladies get calls out sometimes. Yeah, hierarchy. Yeah. Love you, aunties. Well, yeah. Oh, my God. Can we share this episode after? I know. I've shared the episode. I think you're fair. Yeah, I said. Okay, get a little upright on, get a little closer. I know, sip. And if the shoe fits,
What we should have had. Oh my.
you know, someone's gonna be like, so humid. Yeah, but we used to it, and it's all, how will be?
So remain underneath. As you said, to get fits.
Of course, as I said, yeah, like my shirt. The hoard. Still not that family. So, how has your family's approach to emotions influenced the way you express yourself?
Oh, wow. I've done a 180. I've literally learned from being young. And I've observed. As you do, you observe as a child. And I think, I don't get it right all the time, but I think it's equipped me to be able to understand, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah. And it's the opposite. Yeah, you know, literally like that, speaking up, talking, explaining, just, you know. Yeah, as a child, you were just like, you should be seen. And you should be seen but not heard. Yes, the phrase. Just get on with it. Yeah. Those crows do that. Yeah. But, I mean, I get why those things are done. And even now, I say things to my child, and I'm like, just do it. What's all the why about? Just do it. But at the same time, I'm very intentional. Yeah. When I speak to her, and I explain why. And maybe when I was young, my mum probably wouldn't have had the time to do that. She'd just tell me to do whatever. I said what I said, do it kind of thing. Whereas now I do find myself explaining just so she can understand. So I don't have to say it again. If I have to say it again, then I'll be saying it in a different tone. But I did explain, so you know my reason behind it. I think that's good. Yeah. Is it me?
Because you've got to ask me. Oh, sorry, getting carried away. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Oh, what's the one thing you've done outside of your comfort zone that surprised you? I like.
So it was my birthday last year, and I kind of said I wanted to do some adventurous things, and I did mean it, but I've seen did that before, and then life happens, and then it goes by. Yeah. This time, I really fancied doing the edge walk on the side of the building, the Address Hotel at downtown. And I'd seen it for years, and I've always thought it was so great, but I was like, God, you just get so flustered thinking about it. But I had gone to a rooftop pool day a few months before that, and this rooftop overlooks the pump. Yeah. So sitting on the edge of this thing, which we probably weren't supposed to, but I was like, I want to get a picture up there. So I get the picture up, but then I was thought that actually wasn't so scary. Obviously I wasn't standing, but sitting on the edge, getting that picture, still seeing that view. And I was like, what if I can, be on the edge of this infinity pool?
I could walk down the side of it.
Maybe I could be on the edge of that date. And so it just never left me. It kind of plagued me every so often. And I asked somebody if they would do it with me, and that crazy person, most people will go, oh, how much is it? Oh, no. This person said, yes, get straight away. How much? Oh, yeah, no problem, let's do it.
Yeah, so no backing out now.
I was like, I was joking. And then as it got to that weekend, they were like, so I'm seeing you for the thing, right? Yeah, well, they forgot, they didn't forget. And then even when we did it, it was the same person going, yeah, no problem, great, helmet. Let's get on video. Meanwhile, I'm there like, are you okay? Yep, fine.
So did you even at any point think, I can't do this?
I didn't. I knew myself enough by this point that the quietness within me and the nerves was exciting still. Yeah. It wasn't this terrified, frozen but it was this, I can breathe through it.
Yes.
And as nervous as I was getting, I just knew I had to stay quiet, let them, what should I quit me up? Because I've already signed the papers now.
Oh, yeah.
And if you back out, then there's no reason I'll bring a license done. So I was just like, I think I can do this. And at each point as well, there was one or two moments when the door opens and then you go to the edge of this thing. I'm like, that is it? I'm thinking there's going to be like a whole simulation video because I've done a few tourist things in Dubai. So I'm thinking they're going to walk us through this thing, we're going to see a little video. Then they're going to be like, okay, and then you go here and then you do this and do it. Thanks, they hooked us up and was like, let's go. We are done. Go where? Yeah. Well, the doors are going to open and then we'll be outside. I'm like, just like that.
Yes.
Oh. But again, she was the first person, I'm second person. Okay. We weren't even at the back of the queue. So now we're all hinged up to this thing. And I'm telling you, it was one of the most,
I can't do that,
exhilarating and liberating things I've done. I was so proud of myself. Because yes, I was breathing through it, but after a few seconds, because of course we've been up to like nice restaurants or bars or whatever, and you look outside, obviously there's glass there. Yeah, but looking at the real view that I've seen so many times, even out of a plane, you look down. But now, the reality is hitting you. This is not a bar.
No.
This is not you having a nice little... This is just you in the air and the Burj Khalifa. You're a harness.
Oh my, no.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? I would do it again.
Really?
I would do it again because I think just to reawaken that energy in me and just to remind myself I can do it. You put your mind to it and you want to do it, you do it.
Of course you can.
So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, it was great. Little plug, Skywalk, Edgewalk, I think it's called. Sky Edgewalk, but it's amazing.
Well done. Well,
Just you and the harness, baby. So try it out and you come to Dubai. I need Dubai Tourism start sponsoring me. Yeah, I think you should. Shout out to Dubai Tourism if you're watching. Yeah, love. You're that now. You're gone. Okay. What's a misconception people often have about your approach to love? A misconception? Mm-hmm. I mean, do people have...
I don't got people have got a misconception of me. And to be honest, I don't care. I stand in what I do and I do what I do. I don't really care what people think about it. But love as well, your approach to love. I have absolutely no idea what people think about my approach to love. In all honesty.
Good.
And I actually don't, it's not something I care. What you think of me is, I really don't care.
Good.
I'm going to take that on because I got some people who have an opinion about my approach. And I'm like, well, I'm not you. Shut up, leave. And I also don't want to trade places.
No, exactly.
So it's easy to say that and you should judge people and people are judging us.
But yeah, I don't care. It actually is something that's never crossed my mind. Get Chris to tell you.
Fantastic.
Right, next one. That was easily done, wasn't it, that question? Okay. Ooh, what's a wild, impossible sounding goal that you secretly believe you can achieve? That's a very good question. What's a wild, impossible sounding goal that you secretly believe you can achieve? That's deep, guys. That's something that you put in your journal.
I was gonna say it
And you don't say it, you just let it manifest. Yeah, that's from the deep vaults of a journal.
You know what? I've seen somebody doing this on YouTube actually, and it's somebody that I followed for a while, and she started up her YouTube and then started up a membership business and lots of different things. And I not stopped following her, but I just hadn't seen her content for a while. But her videos popped up at the start of the year, and I was like, oh, she's still making videos. And her goal this year is she wants to become a millionaire by the end of the year.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, good on you, girl. And even how she's saying, she's like, I'm going to document my journey and I'm going to show you this because she's already done, you know, how I make my revenue streams, all that stuff. So very transparent anyway. And not that I've really looked at it like that, but I thought, well, I don't know if it's something that she wouldn't be able to do. Do you know what I mean? From what she's already shared of what I've seen. But yeah, she's doing this journey. My name's Erin on Demand. So yeah, I watch her YouTube stuff. And that's something that she's going to do by the end of the year. And I don't think I set that in my mind as a goal by the end of the year. But I have things, or I've even had people say things to me that they're like, that would be easy for you. And I'm like, okay, I'll say that.
Just being planted.
So, and also being in the UAE depends on who and what I'm talking to. And when we talk about numbers, I'm like, are you talking dollars or dirhams or pounds? Because usually if we're talking things like home, of course, they're most likely hanging about pounds. And I feel like 1 million dirhams is achievable, but 1 million dirhams is not $1 million, nor is it £1 million. So when I talk about some of my goals, I'm very clear that I mean dollars and pounds. Not disrespectfully out of dirhams, but dirhams is, significant yet. So you guys can hold me accountable, I guess. I would say I can believe that actually. Like, I've received some lovely well wishes that people have given me. I've seen Erin on Demand documenting her journey. And maybe deep down, I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah.
So here you are, guys. Teach on my journal, jump on that day. But yeah, I think it's achievable, but I didn't necessarily put a time stamp on it for the end of this year. So let's try it.
Is that what it says? It doesn't say by the end. No. They were telling me about her goal.
Yeah, her goal. So yeah, I'll put it out there. So I'm just thinking it through as I'm saying it, because I haven't even seen her videos in the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to go watch it after this and see how far she's got on her journey. And then maybe I can,
Yeah. It'll encourage James. So
yeah. Let's see, that's really good, isn't it? This happens by the end of the year, it'll be like, let's go back to that guy.
Exactly.
So, yeah, girl.
I like it. Your question.
Right. How do you reflect on your personal evolution over the years?
Oh, positively is the first question. First word I would use. The heartbreak and the challenges have definitely been for a reason.
Yeah.
Definitely. And even at the time when you're like, oh my God, it can't get any worse. And then it does.
Yeah.
And I think that it's made me step into my womanhood in a way that, well, challenges make you grow, right? What do they say about the diamonds? And it has to be
Diamonds, yeah. You put the coal under pressure, you get the
it
best.
has to be put under pressure. And that's very much my story. The pressure has, even now, pressure hasn't stopped. But I'm thankful for it. So I'm grateful. I've got this huge gratitude because I don't know, I just think it could be a lot worse. Oh yes, worse. And I see simple things like small blessings, small little signs. It might be like, I don't know, like a insect. And I'm like, oh. And I'm happen to be thinking about someone that's passed away or something. And something significant about that particular animal that she's got past me. I'm like, is that you? Like, do you know what? I know it sounds a bit woo-woo.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just think everything, nothing is by coincidence. I really, really genuinely believe that. And what it's done for me is that when I come up against yet another challenge, it's not like, oh God, why me again? Like, oh man. My immediate thing now, which I'm quite proud of, is how do I get around this? Yes, I want to go there, but that road's closed. So where am I going? Do I have to go back on myself and go round and do a U-turn and then come to the left and hit it sideways? Yeah, I'm going to hit it. Do you know, it's given me a bigger determination. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I would say. It's great. Yeah. Definitely. All right, next one. I can't even pick up the cup. It's okay. What's the one thing you've always been curious about but haven't pursued? Good one. I like this question. These cards are brilliant.
This might sound a bit cliche, but travel. I haven't traveled. I mean, I've done a lot of holidays in the past, but I feel like my time in Dubai, it's just been here in London. And that wasn't the intention. I've done one or two things outside of London, but that was still to do with work. So outside of work and outside of being freelance in in both part-time in the UK before I moved here and then being freelance the whole time that I've been here, I really haven't put travel just for the sake of it at the forefront of what I'm doing. Everything's been about, got to pay this first, I'll sort that first, I've got to get back for that gig, I've got to get to the other side, and you know, all of those things. My flights are all scheduled around having to be on one end to the other. And I've literally landed and gone straight to the gig, straight to wherever. So
do you think it'll change that?
Yeah, I think you're going to refresh here for sure. I've never visited the continent.
Okay. Oh my God.
And I am going to change. I'm going to change that. I'm changing that this year. And whether it is still to do with my brand or it's just randomly I happen to be on a plane and that's it. I mean, I think growing up, so much of the focus was on Europe or America or just generally the West. And I think growing up, we got to go to the Caribbean because it's family. If I wasn't from the Caribbean, I don't know if I would visit there. Because I mean, not so many other people who would just go, oh my God, I'd love to go to the Caribbean. I've also never been because, you know, I'm not from such and such. Or the odd person who goes, oh, I've been to Jamaica. I've been to such because I've done this there or I've done a cruise or whatever that may be. Do you know what I mean? So, I think we were just taking it for granted because we always know people going to the Caribbean. I mean, where else are you going? And we did that as childhood family holidays. Now, and I think I've always looked at other places like that, you know, like, why would I go to India? I don't know anyone there yet. I do now, but parts of Africa, okay, I've got friends from there, but I've never been invited there until now. So now I have friends in South Africa. Now I have friends in Zimbabwe. Now I have friends in Nigeria. And so many times, even Uganda, I've met people here. They're just like, come, when you are coming, let me know. So it's now a case of seriously taking those invitations, especially where you are in the world, right? In the middle of Asia, where Asia's just there. Forget Europe, done your late many a time.
After having no interest, I neither do I in Europe. Funny enough, I'm focused. Not Europe or America.
The weather
Is no,
it's just not ever going to be a thing.
no, I've done it.
Being cold, even things that are not always as clean.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that where I am is perfect 24/7 because it is not. Or what I am saying is I like soft life. Europe is not that, and neither is the States. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. So travel. Yeah, I like. And if anything, if I was going to go to the States, it's like Miami and Florida, and I've done both of them. So yeah, as well. So again, trying to go to New York or something like that is it's giving me stress thinking about it. I don't want to go around millions of humans. So soft life, chilled, easy breezy, sunshine. Yes, I'm not doing the cold. It's important by choice. You ask me if I'm going to go skiing.
Skiing, yeah. Oh, I've got friends that do skiing. Really? Why? Although, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
And actually, when the sun's on you, it's not that cold.
Not my kind of holiday.
No.
Yeah. And that's also work. I've got to learn to ski, to get out there, to fall down.
No, yeah. Not come back with a broken leg. Yeah.
What's a compliment you've never forgotten?
Oh, I don't do well with compliments.
I'm sure it's like Tommy stop.
Really?
Yeah. A compliment I've never forgotten.
Why do you shun them off?
I don't know. I don't know. I just get on with it. And people say, what do people say that I've never forgotten? I love when people comment on my work and how I make them feel. That's amazing. When people are like, oh my God, Dionne, that's just what I needed today. You just knew exactly what I needed. That's amazing. I take that on and I think, oh, good. I'm locked into something, some kind of energy. There's a
working.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't really. Do you know what it is actually? Because I've always thought, if you listen to the hype, you got to listen to the bad stuff as well. Like you can't have one without the other. And I don't really want to indulge in the bad stuff and the negativity and the criticism as such. True. Unless it's positive criticism and it's to help you along. If it's people just hating, I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it. And equally, if that's what I'm going to ignore, then I think in some way deep inside, I should ignore the really. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? I think that's where. Yeah. I think that's where that comes from. It's good. So
would you say that you're self-sustaining in terms of you don't necessarily need external validation?
No, I don't. I definitely don't. I think that comes from being a single child for many years. My brother was born when I was 11. And even then, he came about, my parents divorced. And I never lived with him. He lived with my dad. So I just at the weekends when I'd go to my dad's, I'd see him. And we're close. We're really close. I even was messaging him yesterday. But I've never had another person to validate. You know, my mum was busy, my dad was busy. They'd be like, yeah, that's good. But they moving it on, you know, keeping it moving. So I had to validate myself in many ways. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, I just don't really do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. All right, dear, let's get you your card. Okay, this one. Oh, what's a memory with your family that you replay often, and why does it stand out?
So a few years into Dubai, I went home to surprise my friends.
And I did. I surprised with 2 of them. I landed and got to do a lunch, and only one had helped me organise, so she knew I was coming, but the rest didn't. So that was amazing. But little did I know that they were surprising me. So I stayed at a friend's house, thinking I was super successful. I've done the surprise, great. And that's the thing, every time I was flying home, because it was so last minute and I was doing it around my gigs, it wasn't like a big plan anyway. So my mum and sister and that would know I'm coming, and my dad, but not really many people otherwise. And it's just like, I'm flying in, I'm going to Carnival, picking up a few bits, getting on my plane, going to big. So this time was the same, and I just didn't want to make a big fuss of it, because then it's like, anyway. So I made my successful entrance and surprised my friend, and then just thought I was having a stayover. So the stayover happens, and the next day my friend's telling me she's going to have a barbecue somewhere, but she'll drop me home and then go off into her barbecue. And I'm like, no probs. And then she gets there, she's like, oh, is your mum and sister home? Should I say hi to them? And I'm like, yeah, probably. I'd love to see you. And so she drops me home, and unbeknownst to me, they were like, oh my God, you never finished the garden. I'm like, have you? And they're like, yeah, go check it out. I thought even that was suspicious. Go check out the garden. Go check out the garden. I just stepped in the house. They were so excited that we've done the garden.
Gotta see it.
So although I thought it was a bit of I just went. I was like, oh, okay. You're going to have some plants, because they started gardening and things like that. And I went out there, and I was so stunned by so many friends and family who showed up. It was a bit like, I was bamboozled, right? So by the time I get my head around this, and they surprised my wife. So I was dressed okay, but I wasn't dressed for like a party or whatever. But then my sister's like, yeah, go change in my room or whatever. So I go upstairs, and I remember to this day, I looked out of the window that was actually, when I was younger, was my bedroom window. Yeah, it was my sister's room. That's right. And I looked out. Everyone that showed up. I just burst into tears. And then the family were like, are you okay? Because they thought I was going to chuck a dress on and be there in 15 minutes. Well, I needed a moment to process, because I was like, what just happened? And I'm thinking all the people who would have known, that also found out later that, oh, she's here, and played it down. Oh, she's here, so I was like, bye. Yeah, y'all see a man chase, but full knowing they're coming to the barbecue though. And then, it was just so overwhelming, because again, I was just like, so many people don't know how hard it is. Well, we were trying to settle and thing or whatever. It looks all glamorous, she's in Dubai or whatever, but I was like, there's a real graft going on there. And I wish you guys could be there. I wish you could see it but I was just like, just coming back and then seeing people happy. Yeah. Because I know going home, there's challenges, and there's always has been since Brexit and this and that and that. So I know things are changing, but it was a lovely sunny day. And people were happy. Perfect. So I was like, it didn't, after a little bit, it was like, oh God, the rain breaks weather. No, it was clear skies. Yes. It was, summer, yes. It was such a vibe. And it took me probably an hour or two to even still get into it, because now everyone was come and say hi. The more people start arriving after the surprise. They go, well, I can't stay, but I've got to go to the stuff. So I don't think maybe for like 2 or 3 days I even really absorbed it, because of course the hours go by so quickly. You drink, you're trying to say hi to the elders and the kids. So my photos all over. Honestly, that window image stays in my mind, and then I definitely have a few. We did a big selfie. So I've got a selfie picture that got plastered around social media. That flashes up on my memory as well. And I do think of that, because that was such a happy time for all of us. So, yeah. That's lovely. Yeah. Lovely. What's a part of your journey that you're most proud of?
Part of my journey that I'm most proud of?
For having the courage to actually get up and go and do it. And not just once either. A few times in my life I've been able to just, obviously the biggest one is coming here to Dubai. The way we did it. No contract, no job, no nut, just get on the plane and make it work. Yeah. We worked. Yeah. We worked. Yeah. Looking back, all these years later, I don't know if I would have got on that plane had we known the challenge. Listen,
Well, I've said many times, if you didn't come with me, I don't think I would have come, and I don't think I would have stayed. I probably would have done a couple of weeks or months and gone back by now. Yeah, because I think because we stayed together, we had company. Yeah. At the end of each day, you'd come back to talk about the thing.
Yeah, guess what happened? All these, oh, we're going to the stories.
So many times, thinking that I'm thinking, I picked up my phone the other day, staying in the Airbnb in Business Bay, and she told me the name of this tower. I didn't think of anything. When I get there, I'm like,
Tiger.
No. Business Bay, can't remember the name of the studio, but I waited for you afterwards and I said, oh yeah, lazy.
Yes.
I thought I was in the right place to meet you and I was in the wrong place. That turned out I sat talking to this lady outside for God knows how long, but she got me my first thing.
Nothing.
She'd have recommended me to an agency and I contacted the agency and the agency booked me for my first corporate gig. So it's like, I don't even know who that woman was.
Swiss thing happens for
I don't even know if I got her number, but I followed the breadcrumbs and thought I was waiting for you at your studio and it was completely wrong place. I mean, I can't remember. Was you like, I remember, yes, I'm this gay in Business Bay. I remember that. Yeah. But yeah, those kind of memories, like we've been through so many things.
But doesn't that make you feel proud?
It does.
You're still standing, still doing the do. Like, actually, you've grown so much.
I have. I say that to myself sometimes. I've grown so much, but then I also feel like I'm not there yet. Wherever there yet is.
For all of us. And I think even Oprah Winfrey. And this is, Oprah.
Yeah.
Your question. No, my question to you, isn't it? Okay, my question to you. How do you reconcile your beliefs with the people who see the world differently?
More recently, very, very, very recently, I've come to a new school of thought. So I kind of thought this before, but I think there was still a back and forth. Because when you say it, it's one thing, but then in practice, it's something else. Now, still practicing, but I think I've really just come to be at peace with everyone's not on your journey and mission, and God will call those that need to be called at that time.
Exactly.
As am I. Yeah. And knowing and understanding that and my own new level of understanding, if you had asked me this question 6 months ago, I probably would have given you a different answer, or a year, 2 years, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, if I only just came to this level of understanding yesterday, then I'm also around people who are on their own journey, have had the level of understanding, have maybe made some mistakes, fallen back or whatever. And this is all progression, So because it's all progression, there's not really even a right and a wrong. It's just, you're not there and that's okay. Yeah. And I'm not here in a higher or better place. I'm just where I am and you're just where you are.
Places.
That has been so peaceful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And I'm also tired. So that's been forced upon me in a such, because I'm like, to sit and worry or question and, but why did they say, just, you know what?
Let them be and you'll be too. Yeah.
You're good, I'm good. Yeah. It comes from a place of love. Sometimes there's that battle of, did they say it like this? And there have been a handful of times where people have done things out of malice, and coming to terms with that is another thing. But when it's generally from a place of love, it's like, I'm not angry. I'm not like, it's not that. And however you perceive it, I can't change that. I can only just be me and control me. As when I give that thing out, hopefully at one point you'll receive it that way.
It'll be, exactly.
And that's what it will be. And I just have to be at peace with it, because I sleep good at night. I do. I sleep great at night. So I'm like, I can't carry your stuff and my stuff. No.
The shoulders can only take so much. Yes, I hear that.
That's my new level.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. That's peaceful. Very peaceful. Yeah. That's good. Mm-hmm. I like that.
So, what's one question you wish people asked you more often?
Does it sound really bad? I don't care. Like, ask me what you want. I don't want to dictate what you're going to ask me.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I don't know, Jane. I don't know if that sounds a bit complacent, but I think people ask what they need to ask at a time. Like you said, like you get to a point of understanding, or you might just be, oh, Dionne, da-da-da-da, and they might ask me what it is they want to know at that point. I've never wanted to put upon people anything. And I think if people are curious, they'll ask, regardless, big or small. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't ever try to get into people's heads. And what I try with everything I do to meet people where they are. And when they ask me something, I'll answer as best I can. Or they want to know more about me, I'll give them what they want. If I'm capable of giving that at that time. Yeah.
Very sorry.
It's a bit...
No, wait. But I'm just saying, when people ask me, I tend to be an open book, so I can answer. If I don't want to answer, then I'll give a different response. Yeah. But, yeah. I think I wish people ask me things about what I want. Like, shall I book that plane ticket? Yes.
Right, you're one. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was getting into that. Sorry, Kat.
Ooh, how do you define success for yourself beyond external measures? Oh. That's a good one. I like that question. How do you define success for yourself beyond external measures?
I don't even know if this needs to be a deep answer, but I just think success for me is when I don't have to work anymore. When I can take my foot off the gas.
Yes.
Building a team and having people around and having things still churning and going and stuff like that. I'm in the process of setting up more automation, more systems, more people. So that's great. But I still feel as though my journey that I'm on and the mission that I'm here to complete or deliver is still just getting started.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm successful when that mission is complete.
Yeah.
And when I just don't have to be anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like right now I have a responsibility to show up, which is great. And I do want to show up. I'm enjoying showing up. But I also look forward to the days where nobody needs me and I'm not responsible for anything. Like, I like being invited to people's things and I'm not hosting it. That's beautiful. Yeah. And even in those moments, oh, you okay? You're not talking to whatever. I am great. I'm doing fine. I'm not hosting and I just want to observe.
Yeah.
I talk a lot, but sometimes I don't want to say anything. I want to sit in the corner and I want to listen to what you do.
Everyone else.
Especially when I'm tired. Like, I might not want to go home, but I'm just enjoying preserving my energy and being a fly on the wall. But I think a lot of people aren't used to seeing me in spaces with people being quiet. They see me in spaces with people leading the room, talking, laughing, joking, and they also don't know or don't see me enough in the spaces where I'm just not talking at all. And it's not because I'm upset. No. It's because I'm tired or I just don't want to talk. And that doesn't happen too often. And if those things are true, I'm at home by myself or I'm at home with people who know me at home. So, I think that's when success is for me, when I just take my foot off the gas and everything's done. Whatever done is, do you know what I mean? Whether that's the house or that's the kids or that's the money in the bank or whatever it is, like done could even just be the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. To your next card is, what's a core value from your belief system that you think is universally true?
Takes time. Because I was thinking, I have core values, but are they universally true? For me, I think this is a bit cliche and obvious, but I think they're kind of intertwined. So trust, transparency, and communication. They're obviously all not the same thing, but I feel like they come as a package. Again, for obvious reasons, you know why. So I think that trust is such a big thing. To even trusting yourself, and trusting people and who you trust and, you know, things that come along with that. Sometimes it's given away so freely by default because it's what you think you would do and what other people would do and what's normal to you. Yeah. Being out here in Dubai, you meet so many people from so many different walks of life, and their threshold or level of integrity or authenticity is so different to yours. Very different. Whether that's right or wrong. So now I feel
You say like little sharks.
Good to see a shark. Đấy cái này.
You're not watching this in your she's Caribbean or I don't know. She's giving us the Nigerian lingo.
no, I won't be that cool. I won't even go there. But that's a laugh about this now.
See? Definitely. You do meet people.
But you meet people who in life. And you know what? Looking at it objectively, and you know the person and the character to whatever degree, I can see why or how they got to where they got to. But when you are the person on the receiving end of that treatment, it obviously now is not objective. Now it's subjective, and you did it to me and all that. So I just think I've had to learn that in romance. I've had to learn that in business. I've had to learn that in friendships. Even again, coming back to myself, because it's like, what do I value? What do I allow or not allow? And trust universally is such a big thing, but I still don't think it's big enough. Yeah. Because I feel like it's misused.
Absolutely.
Going back to even, you know, looking at our countries and things like that. Politically, I feel like trust is out the window, yeah, in a lot of people's countries. Of course. And it's not necessarily even a word associated so much with politics, but I feel like politics is lacking that so much. You cannot trust the leaders of half of these places. You know, people talk about corruption, this, that, and the other. But then I'm like, okay, when you boil it back down to your everyday person in society and all those things, like, yeah, I just think trust is huge, but it's just not big enough. It's not ingrained in society enough. And I think it just gets pushed to the side and sorry, I'm going on so many different tangents here, but I know that algorithm change, society change, people change, whatever. It's like, all right, next, we're on to the next thing. We're on to the, get up, wake up. Yeah, that was 2020. That was, pandemic's gone now. Move on. That was that relationship. It's specifically for me with that relationship that I'm now pertaining to. That took me about 3-4 years to get over. And to actually trust myself, trust people, let people get close to me again. And I mean people, not Len and romance. I mean friends. Yeah, absolutely. Into a while. I don't even think I have people for a little while. Yeah, see? Because I don't want to see. What are you hugging me for? Yeah. And then you're going to hug and come, no, here. So I just, I think trust is universal. Huge. But it's not big enough.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
100%. Trust, communication and transparency. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh, it's my last question.
One card, one more.
So,
oh gosh. Is that at the bottom of the pile for a reason? Is it big? Oh no.
You know what, each time I read them, I'm like, I have to remember it's not my question, it's yours. What's a painful memory from your past that still affects how you love today?
Honestly, losing my dad. That is got to be to date the most painful thing I've been through. I'm still not even, I mean, do you ever get over it? I don't think you do. You just learn to live differently. I find myself what are we now? May? No, what's the month? It's April. I've picked up the phone to phone him and been, I forget. That is, that's, for me, like a lot of people, he was my first male interaction. And there hasn't been anyone above him that has shown me that unconditional love. And don't get me wrong, people have loved me and things like that. I've got uncles, I've got cousins, I've got a brother. But for me, he was my person that, in terms of a male figure. And then to lose him to cancer and not even watch his decline, because when he was sick, I was here in Dubai, he was in London, and he didn't tell me for a start for a long time. And then when he did tell me and he did start to deteriorate, I was of the belief that, no, this can be healed. I remember even asking the doctors. I said, right, I'll be on video call when he was going to see the doctors. And the doctor was quite relaxed about, well, we'll just make you comfortable. Well, would you be comfortable? Huh? I thought that, I remember saying to the doctor that you're not even trying to heal him. Like, you're not even trying to get rid of this thing. Ah. Little did I know, they'd already told him that this is terminal. But he didn't tell me. So I had no idea the extent of it. So anyway, that journey was surreal, is what it was at the time. It didn't feel real. And then losing him, I've never had a relationship with a male figure, and I don't think I ever will, that's been so deep. The only other person I would say is probably my brother. And it's funny how he almost not stepped into his shoes, but he filled a bit of a space. But that void is still so huge. So I would say, yeah, that's still getting out. I mean, I'm sure when, God willing, if I live that long, when I'm in my 70s, I'll still miss my dad. So close to him. So, yeah, that's that. I've not experienced anything like that. But listening to you, I just remember someone saying to me recently that it's like you have all this. Were you saying it?
Yeah. You were saying we were
Yeah, because we've just lost an uncle.
love no.
Yeah, I've said to my cousin, our uncle's son, when I explained it to him, the way I see it, grief is love with nowhere to go.
That stuck with me when you said it.
Because this is what it is. That's how I see it. Because literally things picking up the phone to phone my dad, and he's been gone a few years now. So you'd think, but I've genuinely, I've spoken to my mum a few times this week. I haven't spoken to my dad. What am I doing? And there's often times that I'd think, what would I say to him if he was here? And I do. I just say it out loud. I could be in the kitchen, anywhere, in the car. Yeah. And that's when I say, little things happen. Like I'll hear on my whole playlist, it will do its thing. Of all the things I've got on the phone, his song will come in. And I'm like, nah, there's thousands of songs. Why that one? Why did that come on? Like, just as I'm feeling the way I am. And for me, that's like, I know he's there. Like, he's around me, his spirit. We're just having a human experience, aren't we? So, yeah, it's stuff like that. But it's a journey that takes a lot of healing. It takes a lot to keep going about it, and you obviously do what you imagine that person wants you to continue. You don't want to just stop life and I can't go on anymore and it's all dramatic. No, it's not dramatic, but it's just a quiet sadness that's always there, is what I would say it is. But then with that, look, I've been able to help our cousin. Your last question. Are you ready? Yes. What's a memory that reminds you of your resilience?
I don't know if it's a specific memory, but at the time when we were doing it, and ever since, I know that we were doing something very different, very special, and was like nothing anyone else was doing. And that was my time at Bike Cup. Doing the 6 events a week, back to back to back. At first, I thought it was a thing. It was an exciting thing. It was very different, very new concept. No one else was really doing it. But then when I spoke to other friends who were doing events, and they pointed out and said, gosh, you must be able to like really learn things quickly because you're doing it every day. And I did know that. So now that my friend had observed it, it stuck with me. And I thought, yeah, when I speak to other people who do events once a month or every other month or right to get, right? And that's what he was talking about. He has a festival once a year. So the things that you learn, you don't get to put them into practice and that's all next year. Yeah. But you're for your ocean, this and that. Yeah. But doing something daily, you have to pivot. My business partner at the time was like that anyway. Very quick to change things. And I was the one who would sometimes, rightly or wrongly, say, we slow down, we think of this, like, we just can't change it. Like, coming from a marketing background, you want to test the and test again. But you also need something consistent so that you can have accurate results. Otherwise, you've changed it after 10 seconds. How do you know? So in that respect, I could appreciate that side of the business where things were changing. And even if we did do it for a week or 2 weeks, again, compared to other people, not compared, but seeing how other people do things once a week, once whenever, we were able to start, try, fail, or start, try, succeed way quicker in a week or in a month, in a year, than a lot of people were doing. And we were doing we had done about 900 events in a very short space of time. So doing that 6 days a week, and then on my day off, still going out, life at the end, seeing friends, catching up, birthdays, whatever. And I'm proud of that. I'm even proud of this period now. I think this period of resilience is, again, somebody separately, not that it's a memory as such, but someone was talking to me, not really knowing what I was going through at the time, but they were trying to give me an idea for like dating and this, that, and oh, you're good at this, connecting people, blah, blah, blah. You should go and do this thing. And they were on at me. And I was like, why don't you do it? You're telling me that I should save the damn community. Why don't you do this thing? Okay, find, these black men and women freaking partners. You do it. Even though I'm good at certain things, connecting, like, this is your idea, fantastic. You're calling me up, giving me some freaking higher than thou preaching session. And you're to me? They said, you're the one who can do it because you are now with this mission. Wow. If I was on your mission, I went for it a long time. Wow. And this is actually somebody who is involved in sports and trains athletes, all that stuff. So mentally, in my opinion, they're quite fit, they're quite agile, all this thing. Yeah. They said, I couldn't walk your path, but you were on your path for a reason, and you could deliver this thing. That's why I'm calling you. And I had to stop in my tracks. I still didn't do the thing because I still don't think it's my thing to do. But even when he said that, I said to him, you don't even know how much I needed to hear that today, because often you think the work you're doing is going unnoticed or unseen, or I should have been further, or whatever the case may be. And this was about 3-4 years ago, to be fair. But when he had said that, he just like, I couldn't do what you're doing. I was like, you think that? I could never do what you're doing. You are doing that thing because you've had to go through what you've had to go through. You've got the voice, you've got this, that, and the other. And you are still making choices and decisions that a lot of people probably would not do or sacrifice. People, perhaps. And I had no idea he was sorry like that, because we don't speak like that either. We had talk about a couple of things every so often, yeah. Even now, I don't know the last time I spoke to them, but I know when we do speak, we'll get into another deep chat because it's that kind of pleasant. So, it massage your feelings, yeah, because I thought, seemed amazing. So, that's good. I like. To be continued, folks. Let's see if this resilience pulled out. It will that $1 million. It will. No, it will. It will. It will. Not as far. Well, yeah, I know I didn't come this far to just come this far, as we say, right? So that's also what's made me slow down a bit. There's sometimes I'm like, there's no rush, self-preservation. Let me take my time. Let me enjoy the soft lights, because that's right. I'm going to get there. That's actually what I know. I'm going to the top of the mountain, whatever that mountain looks like. And I know I'm going to the top. Who I see there, that's right. Who I left behind. Also, we have to remember, it's my journey. Yeah. And I'm getting that. People that climb, Everest or wherever they go, they don't just walk straight. They go to the pit stops. They stay for a little bit, acclimatize. Then they go up. Then they go back again. And then they go back up again. The Sherpas help them. I was about to say they have help going up with the Sherpas. They have the Sherpas, but they also have the base camps. They don't go from base camp A to B to sitting up. They go from A to B, then they go back to A for whatever reason, and then they go back up to B, and then they get, so yeah, this is a life journey. It is. Yeah, no, it's good. But it's amazing that people are seeing your resilience. Because like you said, quite often,
we just keep going. And people don't, I don't acknowledge all the time the things that we've achieved. We just keep going because there's always something else to do, isn't there?
Literally.
Oh my God,
And you just
already, right? I've got to do this.
You're the busy bunny, you know, the energized bunny.
Yeah, it's a machine. You just have to keep going, keep going, keep going. But actually, when you turn back and you look, how far have you got? And people have seen that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I've been guilty of not acknowledging the compliments and acknowledging things like that. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's good.
No, I am proud of myself, but
I'm reminding myself of that more and more and more. Because before I used to be like, it's great you're saying that, but where's the proof? Because are you showing up for me? And showing up for me or for whoever looks different to everybody. So maybe it is that check-in phone call. Maybe it's that text. Maybe it's sending someone to the website. It could look like a number of things, right? And that often when you're not seeing it in the way that you need it or you hope for it to come, it's frustrating. Cool. And so having those phone calls or someone going, oh, I just sent this or I just da. Now I'm just reminding myself, whether those people tell me or show me or not, I have to remind myself. I have to look in the mirror. I have to go to bed at night, and I'm the one with myself all the time. Absolutely. And again, when it comes to being tired, I'm tired of this way of thinking, because I think growing up, when we talk about at the beginning, growing up, you know, I thought probably these things were great, or I was great, but then maybe one or two outside voices made me think otherwise.
yes.
Yeah. So then I thought, oh, well, if they don't think it, then, oh, okay. So now I'm looking for correction outside. And actually, the correction was always me just being myself, made happy, and chatty little talk to your girl. So now that I'm getting back to that, I'm like, I was always at the first place. I was always at the first place. So just going back to that, enjoying that journey.
Love it.
And whoever's along with me for the journey is except for Clee's going to be there. So definitely, I'm enjoying that part now. Yeah. Well, that's young.
Good. Coming of age. When you get older, oh, it's good. It's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all our questions. These were the conversations.
I know, this has been so, like, deeper than I thought. I thought I'd have, like, one or two deep ones.
Yeah, for every single.
I thought I'd breathe all of them having curveballs. But you had some great ones. I had some great ones. So, yeah, Bond Blitz.
I like it.
Definitely a Bond, definitely a Blitz.
Yeah.
And there were no cheers.
We did well. We did well.
It has been Bond Blitz. And if you want to watch this full episode, comment the word Bond and they'll send you the full link. And then put some comments in there. Let us know what you think. And if any of these questions are relevant for you and your family, it would be great to check it out and get asking.